Hi guys! The article that I chose to review for tonight's class was Cross-Validation of a Model of Intrinsic Motivation with Students Enrolled in Elective High School Courses. This article is by Emilio Farah-Caja and Maureen R. Weiss. And the main thing that the article stresses that it's looking to seek answers for is that are students more motivated to take a class voluntarily as opposed to take a class that is a requirement. So for example, my class is partner PE and it's an elective. The students that take that class are screened to get in, but they are motivated to be in there either on word of mouth or they're a returning partner, versus the freshman who has to take a semester of PE in order to graduate. So based on those examples, this study looked at social contextual factors, individual factors, intrinsic motivators, and motivated behaviors. It took 219 high school students, 139 male and 80 female, and it was cross-validated by 407 high school students, 206 male and 201 female. All the age ranges of these students were ages 14 to 19. It used a lot of questionnaires and at a variety of scales, to say the least. But two of the ones that I thought that we might remember were the intrinsic motivators inventory and task ego orientation. Those two had a lot to do with the outcome of the study. And basically, it didn't matter if they were in the class for fun or if they were in the class for a requirement. The more choices they were able to make about what they were doing, the more input they were able to have as students, the more motivated they were. I did notice that when I was reading through a lot of the charts and the data, that the people that, not the people, but the arrows led to different places on the charts. And if it followed the task orientation, then the kids were much more positive and much more successful. But when it went along the lines of ego, you had less motivation. So having said that, the results were very close. It didn't really matter which category they were in, like I said, but studies like this help you determine how and why kids learn. One of the questions we always try to ask ourselves as PE educators, at least me and my boss, is, what do they leave the class taking with them? Do they have a long life love for learning and fitness and health like we do, or are they just doing it to get by? So I hope that's enough information. I really enjoyed the article. Actually, it's going to be one that I keep with my files because these are questions that we need to ask ourselves more often. And I think that when you look at things like task orientation, ego orientation, the performance climate, the learning climate, the motivators, it gives you really solid information on the direction that our classes need to go. Because like when I was in high school, it was so, the teacher says it, you do it. No choice, no thought, no anything. The teacher was the dominating factor and you just did whatever. It didn't make me less motivated because I love sports. But for other kids who had different factors such as obesity or they just weren't athletic, then they really dreaded it. So I thought it was a really interesting article based on that. Whereas now we try to give more choices. Like for example, today I asked my class, what do you guys want to play for the warm-up game? And what did they say? They were like, oh, Duck Duck Goose of all games. Then when we went into the main game, I let them pick what they wanted to do, and they were like flag football. And then, which quickly was changed to capture the flag because they got the games confused. But nonetheless, I enjoyed reviewing the article, and I hope that I gave you enough information to where that you understand it without reading it. Thanks.